Welcome to People. I'm your host, Micah Mater. Let's get started. As we saw in the BET New Edition miniseries, the music and entertainment industry can be tough to navigate. Our first two guests say they want to restore the business to the times when talent and artist development were the focus instead of fast fame. Welcome to Anita, Bennet, and Kevin Ross. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having
us. We talk about the New Edition, and things are hard to navigate. And things were a little bit different back then, too. What is the difference between how has the business changed, I should say, now from the way it used to be?
Well, the business has changed a lot because the traditional music industry is different. Many artists are independent now. They are going back mainstream to the grassroots where they want to get close to their fan base, and be more interactive, especially with social media.
Yeah, social media plays a big role in everything, Kevin, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I've been in the music industry, on this record industry side of it, for about 20 years now. And you can now put out a record yourself pretty much online. Wow. Put out your own album.
And it's out there within minutes.
Market it yourself. You do, between YouTube and some of the other opportunities that you have. You can put your own videos out, you can put your own music out, and you're pretty much the president of your own company.
Well, what's to tell the folks who are listening and say, I want to do that, I want to do that, to say why it is important to go through someone, to have someone guide them like you, like Berry Gordy and Motown?
My idol.
Yeah.
Actually, my first job was at Motown Records. The first group I ever worked with was Boys to Men. And I've worked with some people like Andre Harrell, Russell Simmons. So I've had an opportunity to really learn from them and see what it takes to basically develop an artist. Everything from doing interviews to stage presence to how you write songs, what you write about, engaging your fans, relating to the culture. All of those things are important.
Are a lot of folks not doing that anymore for their artists? Are they just kind of throwing them out there and letting them go to themselves?
No, now they really want to see what you can do independently now before they invest the money and the time into you. They want to know, have you developed a fan base? Have you critiqued yourself?
How do you develop a fan base if you're not out there? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to get out there. Social media, again, there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Snapchat. And they are looking to see how many followers do you have. How often do you post?
Yeah.
How often do you go live?
Wow.
They want to see you engaging with the fans before they make that investment.
Everything is fueled by social media. What are you looking for in an artist these days?
For me, I look for someone who's self-contained, who's able to do more than just one or two things, have more than one or two skills. But most of all, it's commitment. I think a lot of times artists don't have just the commitment. All of us love music. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone that says, oh, I hate music.
Right.
But loving something and really being committed to it, really committed, as though you will do anything. I saw something on the internet the other day, you have to be obsessed with what you do. And I really look for that in an artist, that real commitment that they'll get up at midnight and go do something,
What about the American Idols, these shows like this? What is it, the one that's really big now?
The Voice.
The Voice. How are they changing the business?
They're changing the business because it gives people opportunity to see what new talent is out there. It also gives the artist the ability to perform in front of a large audience, to kind of get a taste of what they have coming.
Do you encourage your folks to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's no question that performances help you hone your skills, and then you critique yourself afterwards to get better.
How unique should artists be now? I mean, a lot of times you listen and they all sound the same.
Yes.
I think, and of course there's the big thing, no shade, but I think in the mainstream arena these days, you have that more than you do with traditional soul music. I think you have artists who have really separated themselves. You also have a crop of newer artists that are coming up, an artist like Major or Kevin Ross or some of these younger artists who studied the artists that came before them. So there's a little bit of a difference between what's, the genres, I think makes a difference.
Well, you talk about age. How does age make a difference too? I mean, are you looking for the young kids with the big booming voices or the older, more seasoned people?
I'm just looking for pure talent. I don't believe that, you should limit yourself to an age, because opportunity lends itself, maybe someone wasn't discovered in their youth, or maybe they weren't ready. So I look for talent. Is the driving force.
You talk about being discovered. Where do you find these folks?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Believe it or not. As you know, YouTube became just the most popular vehicle to find, artists.
So do you guys really go and look on YouTube
every night? All the time.
Yeah, we're always watching. Or I've been in this market now 20 years. I get phone calls all the time. about, go, and I'm always out going to see someone.
Well, how do you know if it's the real deal? If someone calls you, what should they say to you to make you know that they're the real deal?
For me, that they're ready to pay the retainer. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I just look for certain.
You have to eat too.
I do, but I look for certain elements. I look for certain keywords when they say I've invested in myself. I've already done my CD. I've already done the cover. I just don't know what to do next. That's the most common. I think people create the music, but they don't have a budget to market their music.
So Anita, when they come to you, they should already be equipped and armed for duty.
They should be ready to work, because if we're going to put in the time and the effort, no one should be putting in time and effort more than the artists themselves, because essentially it's your career, it's your success, and it's going to be the driving force to, your hard work and your dedication. So I would say, yeah, they have to be ready to work.
And one of your clients will be in Chicago on Valentine's Day, right?
That's correct. Selena Johnson, my Zeta Phi Beta soror, will be in the building over at City Winery. And she's going to be doing, her shows traditionally sell out. She's a wonderful vocalist, fantastic, Grammy nominated. So, yeah.
All right, and the Grammys are coming up too, so
They are.
that'll be. So you guys going?
Still debating.
We're talking about
Okay,
it.
all right.
Work here, though.
So, okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Our thanks
Absolutely.
to Kevin and Anita. You can check A2 out and more about their artists and Facebook on Instagram, social media, or by email. Go to a2marketingchicago@gmail.com. But you gotta be already set with what you got going,
Ready to
right?
rock.
Ready, set.
All right. Thank you so much.